Tom Hanks, or Thomas Jeffrey Hanks, was born on July 9th, 1956 in Concord, California. He lived a relatively normal life until he turned 5, where his parents divorced and he was split to live with his father instead of his mother. Hanks and his father would live in Oakland, California, where he would begin to regularly attend high school. It was there at his high school in Oakland, California, that Hanks began to become more interested in film and theater. However, it wasn't until 1974, after graduating, that Hanks would become more accustomed to the theater. This was shown through his interest in Eugene O'Neill's The Iceman Cometh from 1946. In 1977, Hanks would begin to perform in Shakespearean festivals that took place in Lakewood, Ohio. He would attend these Shakespearean festivals for the next 3 coming years, and he would spend his summers there. Through his acting in all these festivals, he would later earn the Cleveland Critics Circle Award for Best Actor in 1978. After Hanks would drop out of college in 1980, he then landed a role in the film He Knows You're Alone. This would be the film that would start his career. And in the same year, he also became part of the cast for a television sitcom called Bosom Buddies, after being spotted by ABC talent scouts. In the slasher film He Knows You're Alone, Tom Hanks played the role of a psychology student aiming to save the life of a female being targeted by a serial killer. This image of him being a savior or a hero figure will show on later in his other roles in movies.
Now these other ladies know us as Buffy and Hildegard.
However, his roles would change drastically when he showed in the sitcom Bosom Buddies. The premise of the show is that Tom Hanks and another actor would be 2 cross-dressing males dressing up to rent an apartment that was all female. Although I don't know why they couldn't just rent a normal apartment, that was the premise of the show. This was a drastic change from his last film that he played in. However, we would see more hero-like roles that he would play in the films Castaway, Saving Private Ryan, Apollo 13, The Green Mile, and even Toy Story. Although the majority of the films that he played in were more serious, films like Forrest Gump, that managed to make comedy and seriousness mixed together, showed how versatile Tom Hanks was. The idea that most of his characters that he would play were either kind, heroic, or courageous people showed a few inconsistencies, such as his role in Mazes and Monsters and Catch Me If You Can. However, this idea was rooted in facts and ignored many of the inconsistencies.
Personality acting is when an actor plays a role that coincides with a certain personality type over and over. On the other hand, some actors have the ability to change and transform everything about themselves in order to play a specific role. This is called star acting. Many young actors that begin with a unique film presence because of their personality often begin as personality actors. Tom Hanks is a good example of a very successful personality actor, and rarely is cast as someone evil or mischievous. He's called the nicest guy in Hollywood because of his practicality and intimacy shown in a number of his recent roles, such as Captain Phillips in the movie Captain Phillips, as well as Captain Miller in Saving Private Ryan. Hanks displays this practicality in each role. Not only in these 2 movies, but also in Sully and The Green Mile, Tom Hanks shows character traits that are similar to each other. This persona even carries through the way he acts in his interviews and other films. Tom Hanks, as unique of roles as he has had, does bear a passing resemblance to the talent of John Wayne, American actor, director, and producer. Much like Tom Hanks, John Wayne has consistently played the same types of roles throughout his long career. Character traits that are commonly used to describe John Wayne's typical roles are a very strong and present masculinity, American heroism, honesty and sincerity, moral strength, and indestructibility, which are also in Hanks' roles. Hanks' masculinity shines through during his role as Woody from the Toy Story series. As the leader of the group, he shows his control and influence by his constant bringing the toys to order, saving them from trouble and potential threats, and not to mention he gets the ladies. Tom Hanks' American heroism can be found in Sully, where Hanks plays a pilot who goes by his intuition as an experienced pilot, saving the lives of the attendants by flying the plane into the Hudson River because the engines were beginning to fail. Or in Saving Private Ryan, where he plays the role of Captain Miller, a captain leading his 7 squad members into battle with the mission to bring Private Ryan back safely while hurtling through Nazi-occupied territory just so that they can even make contact with him. Honesty and sincerity is seen in Tom Hanks' role as Forrest Gump, a man who wants nothing but the love of his childhood best friend, and to be good to the friends and relationships he has made over his years wandering the world. Moral strength can be seen in Catch Me If You Can, with his role as Agent Carl Hanratty, who is just doing his job as an FBI detective, but deep down inside, he sees, eventually, that Leonardo DiCaprio's character is not too bad, and that he's just a kid. This same indestructibility as John Wayne is also seen in Forrest Gump, as he rescues his platoon, and no matter how hard things get in Forrest Gump's lifetime, his dumb luck manages to somehow rescue him, just whenever Forrest Gump decides to keep on going and to put one foot in front of the other, as he always has.
Despierta, reparse para la escuela y el día. Despierta, yo tengo que levantarme para estar listo hoy. No hay